Well, good morning there. Today is day 54, February 23rd. The one-year Bible sections are going to be Leviticus chapter 14, verse 1 through 57, Mark 6, verse 30 through 56, Psalm 40, verse 1 through 10, and Proverbs 10, verse 11 through 12. I want to look at this in Mark chapter 6 today. Mark chapter 6. In chapter 6 we have some interesting things going on. So we've got Jesus being rejected in Nazareth, his hometown. Like this is where his ancestry is. This is it. He's rejected. We get Jesus sending out the 12 disciples, and he tells them, you guys are going all these directions to preach. So right after rejection, he ends up sending them out. So the disciples, they've got to be going out with some heavy hearts. The one that they are following is the one that just got rejected. And then we end up seeing John the Baptist get beheaded. He gets killed. And he's the start of this. If you remember, he's the voice in the wilderness to prepare the way. He's the signpost to point towards Jesus when Jesus comes on scene. And he dies. The disciples do this exhausting journey. They go and heal people, they pray for people, they proclaim, they teach. They're drained. They come back. In verse 30 through 44, the apostles returned to Jesus and told him all they had done and taught. And as he said to them, come away by yourselves to a desolate place and rest a while. For many were coming and going, and they had no leisure even to eat. And they went away in the boat to a desolate place by themselves. And now many saw them going and recognized them and ran there on foot from all of the page turn towns, and got there ahead of them. When he went ashore, he saw a great crowd, and he had great compassion on them, because they were like sheep without a shepherd. And he began to teach them many things. And when it grew late, his disciples came to him and said, this is a desolate place, and the hour's late. We're tired, God. What are we going to do now? Jesus says, give them something to eat. And as you read through this, through verse 44, these 5,000 people end up eating from a few loaves and fishes of bread. A few loaves of bread and fishes. That makes more sense. A few loaves of bread and fishes. And the Lord multiplied this out. See, they were serving from a total lack. They didn't have anything left in the tank, you know. And it was time to rest, and the world wouldn't cooperate. But Jesus still gave them not enough, but an abundance. It says that afterwards, everybody was satisfied. And they took up 12 baskets full of broken pieces and the fish. The 12 were so drained they had nothing left. Now there's a basket for each of them, so they don't even have to worry about what they're going to eat tomorrow, the next day. Jesus knows we have seasons where we need rest. But know that when we don't get that rest that we think we need, Jesus, he still has more than enough. And he can still do more than enough for you and through you. Don't tap out. Just press forwards into him and watch him do miracles in your life.